Hello and welcome to African Living Abroad. I am Jamhuri. I am here to share my international experiences, build bridges between cultures with the hope of making the world a better place. I consider myself a social observer, a commentator of social events, an interpreter, and a storyteller. Today is the first Truth and Reconciliation Day in Canada, September 30th, 2021. I want to say that I'm really excited that this day has come. And it's because I have lived in Canada for 24 years now. My first years were, I was an international student. And then I left Canada for 11 years and returned as an immigrant with my family. And I've become a Canadian citizen. So all those experiences come to 24 years. And as a social observer, I have observed Canada very closely and I've learned from Canada. And today I can say that Canada is a land, a beautiful land, but with many, many contrasts. And I think that Canada has gone under the radar from the world for many, many years. And many people don't know the truth about Canada. I would say that there's a lot of secrets that have been, dirty secrets, Canadian dirty secrets, that have been swept under the carpet for a long time, more than 150 years since Canada got colonized. If you study the social studies and history of Canada, your heart will break. It is a very sad story. And it is the story of every country that was colonized. There are many painful things that the history makers or history writers have hidden from the world. And we can say that right now in 2021, many of those colonized peoples are rising up and they want their truth to be heard. And I've said in my previous videos that this is the time, the era of revelations, and things are just coming up. And many people are becoming very courageous to speak their truth. And that truth is tied up with a lot of painful memories. And so I would encourage us all to have patience and listen to these stories. And it may bring up your own stories. And so I would say, let's look at this day, the first day of Truth and Reconciliation of Canada, in Canada, which is about the Indigenous peoples of Canada. And let's just not look at these as an extra holiday for us to stay away from work. It is Thursday, and then tomorrow we go back to work, and then it's the weekend again. It's easy to look at it as an extra holiday. But it is a time, I feel it's a day that is a very solemn day for us to really hear these stories. And that's why you will see a lot of people wearing orange shirts today. And I also don't want us to look at this as a day that the government of Canada has easily handed over to us. If you listen to the stories of the Indigenous people who are very active in trying to win back their rights, they have worked very hard to have this day given to them. There have been many petitions written to the government to deal with the Indigenous issues, and the government has resisted in many ways. And so today I see that it's a winning for the Indigenous peoples. And I would like to take also pride in this day because I have signed many petitions that have come my way concerning the Indigenous issues. And there will be much more coming up. And I hope that this day is not a day that we just quickly, recognize it because it's come upon us. But let's recognize it as the beginning of many, many issues to be dealt with coming forward. So this week I've had many conversations with several people, Indigenous people as well. And I would say that let's approach an Indigenous person and have a conversation about this day. And let's hear their stories and tell them your stories as well, and let's work on this together. And I would say that we cannot look at this day as just a day for the Indigenous peoples of Canada. It is our day as Canadians. All of us, we're in this together. And if you are living in Canada consciously, you would actually look at yourself as a foreigner in Indigenous land. And I hope you feel that. And for me, it brings back my memories of living in Africa, in Kenya, as a colonized country by the same colonizers that colonized Canada. And I want to thank the Indigenous peoples that have shared their stories with me in these past years, because they are actually part of my journey to becoming myself, to finding myself, the truth about myself, because I think that I was blind. I think that my people suffered a lot like the Indigenous people of Canada. And because we thought we gained our independence in 1964, that everything was handed back to us and we are free. But we are recognizing that, no, that freedom is still being fought. A lot of things changed for African people. So this day brings out a lot of thoughts of many people in the Commonwealth. So going forward, I think this is a journey of healing for us as Canadians. And also the immigrants that have come to this country. Also today, hearing the stories about Canada is going to maybe shake you up, because for many years, people outside Canada have seen Canada as a really beautiful, peaceful country, a lot of great things happening. And I would say, yes, that is the truth about Canada. Very, very beautiful, very peaceful. Great, and I love the Charter of Freedoms, Rights and Freedoms that Canada has given us as Canadians. It is a wonderful place to live. And because I live among immigrants, I feel that it's a place that people find healing. People that have come from countries that are war-torn, or they've come here for many reasons, or their freedoms were infringed on, and they come to Canada, and you actually experience a sense of freedom in many, many ways. And that's another face of Canada, that people who come from other countries experience greatness here. It can unfold and grow and heal and spread their wings and benefit a lot from being in Canada. But ironically also, the Indigenous people whose land this is, original land, they are the first settlers in this country. They feel trapped. They feel that their rights have been infringed. They feel that the treaties that the government made with them when they, about 150 years ago, so the government did not keep those treaties. And so it is a very sad situation, and that is what this truth and reconciliation is about, is getting to, is wanting to, we want the government to recognize the treaties that it signed with the Indigenous people, and what that never came to fruition. And up to today, the Indigenous people feel trapped in their own land. They are not really enjoying the freedoms and the rights and all those things that belong to them, that we as immigrants, I would say all of us actually are immigrants in this country, we have taken for granted. And I would say that Canada, the government of Canada, is the parent of Canada. and in many ways has also shaped the children of Canada, the citizens of Canada, so that they are treating the Indigenous people the same way the government is treating them. And because I'm a parent, we know that our children also behave like us. And so if the government of Canada is dodging these issues and is not coming forth and making things right, there are many, many people in this country that are unsympathetic and also behave like the government of Canada. And I'm calling you out, because you and me, we should stand for humanity. We should stand for justice, and we should stand for the values that Canada is about. So another thing again, Canada has great values on paper, but we should put them into practice. So I would say going forward, let us put what we believe as Canadians, let us put those into practice. And so going forward, I think Canada is going to have a great future if we come together and join and face these issues. And I'm glad to say that there are many opportunities to come together through the circle of reconciliation that the elders, Indigenous elders, are offering to all of us to join in our communities. So please go to the Truth and Reconciliation website, sign up, and find out what you can do to make this country a really wonderful place to live for all of us together. Because as a citizen of Canada, we are required to take responsibility and make our Canada a better place to live. And to my Indigenous brothers and sisters, thank you so much for what you've taught me. And I've gone on my own journey to discover that I am an Indigenous person also, of my country of birth, Kenya. And we're in this journey together. And I love you, and I'm with you, and I'm going to learn with you, because learning from you, I become a better person. If you like what I'm sharing or what I've shared, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, especially the black bell, so that you can get all my future videos, and share this further so that people can hear this. And in the meantime, I would like to challenge you, leave you with my usual challenge, that whatever you feel called to do, to express yourself, to make the world a better place, do the work that you feel so passionate about, as I continue to do the work speaking about social issues. So until next time, bye.